Welcome back to a special Gear Watch edition of the Explainer. Today, we're slicing right through all that flashy marketing hype. Our absolute goal here is to equip you with the real, practical, technical knowledge you need to make some seriously smart purchasing decisions on wireless tattoo machines this year. If you've been staring at your station lately, kind of wondering if it's finally time to ditch those cables forever, well, you are in exactly the right place.
So let's just cut to the chase and ask the question literally every single working artist is thinking right now. Does cutting the cord actually improve your daily studio work, or is it just a really, really expensive convenience? Distributor pages absolutely love to hype up total freedom and uncluttered movement. But as artists, we all know that freedom doesn't mean a thing if the machine itself can't keep up with your hand.
To figure that out, today we're going to break down the wireless workflow revolution, look at stroke control over battery life, compare premium versus budget pens head-to-head, run them through the Real Studio stress test, and wrap it all up with the definitive Gear Watch verdict.
All right, part 1. The wireless workflow revolution. Removing the mess from the booth. Let's talk about the very first things you actually notice when you unbox a wireless pen.
Now, right off the bat, we've got to make a massive distinction here. We have to separate workflow gain from performance gain. Going wireless fundamentally transforms your setup, right? It gives you a super clean bench and amazing mobility. But, and this is a huge but, it does not automatically improve your results on the skin. At the end of the day, that machine still has to match your hand speed, your preferred stroke, and your entire daily workload.
Let's be real. The reason these machines are blowing up across the industry is entirely operational. They completely eliminate clipcord drag across your client. Plus, they banish that age-old curse of rolling your stool over your foot pedal cable. It's an immediate, massive relief, especially if you're in a cramped booth or a high-turnover shop where you are just constantly breaking down and setting up. You're ditching trip hazards and saving crucial minutes on literally every single appointment.
Which brings us to Section 2, Stroke Control over Battery. We are moving way beyond the marketing hype here.
Because honestly, just marveling that wireless exists isn't enough anymore. The real question is how controlled is the hit? According to Right Stuff's 2026 machine tech analysis, the industry is aggressively shifting away from raw brute power. Instead, it's all about what engineers call controlled acceleration. This means the mechanical goal is a much cleaner needle entry, way less trauma to the skin, and highly repeatable pigment placement. Basically, your machine shouldn't shatter when you hit a dense patch of skin, and it definitely shouldn't ever stall.
So, the crucial takeaway here? A pen can be wireless, it can look incredibly slick, maybe it's even got a fancy digital screen. But if it lacks that solid stroke behavior under pressure, if it actually forces you to push harder just to pull a solid line, it absolutely fails the only test that actually matters. You need a predictable hit even at lower voltage ranges, so you're not doing those overworked passes that lead to heavy redness and a really rough heel.
Moving on to part 3, premium versus budget pens, and exactly where the market divides today.
Right now, we're seeing a massive split. On one side, you have your legacy premium brands like Cheyenne, Bishop, FK Irons, and Inkjecta. These guys remain the absolute gold standard for predictable handling and mechanical stability. On the flip side, you've got mass-market options from brands like Dragonhawk and Mast, which are laser-focused on affordability and all-in-one simplicity. This divide is the real story of 2026, not just how many battery bars show up on an LCD screen.
So, what does that extra cash actually buy you? Well, budget pens are incredibly convenient and definitely great for the wallet, but they often trade away the stuff that really matters during a 10-hour day. Under a heavy load, their stroke control can waver. Ergonomically, they tend to be heavier or just weirdly balanced. Their battery output can get super variable as the charge drops. And maybe the biggest deal for a working business, they usually lack the serviceability and spare parts ecosystem that those premium brands guarantee.
All right, Section 4, the Real Studio Stress Test. I personally like to call this one 6 minutes versus 6 hours.
A lot of buyer's guides out there just highlight the weight or the maximum battery life. But for a full-time artist, what truly matters is how that machine behaves after 6 straight hours of work. Honestly, anybody can make a machine feel like absolute magic for a 5-minute test drive. But at hour 6, is that rear-heavy battery pulling on your wrist tendons? Is the power fading? That's the real test.
Let's unpack this a bit. If a machine starts super strong at 100%, but its power output slowly dips as the battery drops to 30%, well, it is literally going to make the last client of your shift look worse than your first. You'll be tattooing completely differently and might not even realize it. Plus, a lot of these pens just slap a giant battery right on the back end. During a quick test, no big deal. But after hours of dense color packing or intricate whip shading, that rear-heavy design is brutal on your hand. And again, if it drops and breaks, can you get it fixed? Or is it basically just a disposable brick?
And that brings us to Section 5, the Gear Watch verdict, featuring a little insider note from Patrick.
Patrick, one of our industry gear experts, put it brilliantly. Speaking right from the shop floor, he said, "A bad machine with no cord is still a bad machine." His advice? Most shops shouldn't even touch a wireless pen until they already have a super reliable corded reference machine that they deeply trust. Investing in one proven premium performer is always going to be better for your art than buying 3 cheap wireless pens that all hit differently and totally wreck your consistency.
So here's the bottom line verdict. Buy now if you're a full-time artist doing crazy volume and you desperately need that mobility and rapid turnaround. But you should absolutely wait if you're still dialing in your core machine feel or if your current corded setup is already turning out exactly the results you want. Honestly, the smartest move for most studios is to just mix it up. Keep those trusty corded machines that perfectly match your hand and add one premium wireless option specifically to capture those workflow gains.
I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on today. If a new wireless machine doesn't actually make your setup easier and keep your tattoos flawlessly consistent, what are you really paying for? Are you just buying into the marketing hype, or are you investing in the precise control your art actually demands? Take a really hard look at your workflow this week and let that guide your next gear investment. Thanks for hanging out for this explainer, and we will definitely catch you on the next one.